you can hear me. Hopefully this board is all correct and everything's working. I'm not real sure. Never done one of these live on the phone, but it seems like maybe that's going to be a little better and a little easier than the computer is being, especially tonight. I don't know why. So hopefully this is actually working. If anybody can see it, it'd be cool to know that. I'm not real sure how to figure that part out on the phone. All right. So anyways, High Desert Music Channel. Thanks for checking us out, guys. Kind of wanted to do one tonight on gear. And I have Fender guitar behind me that needs a new pickup put in it. It's an acoustic guitar. It needs a new pickup. I was going to try and get that done tonight on film for you guys. I kind of wanted to do it live. Not sure that I'm going to be able to make that happen. It's not looking like it's going to work out the way I'd like it to right now. Because, that'd be way too easy if shit just worked out the way you wanted it to. So anyways, I got the new board wired in, so let's see how that's going to work out for us. Do the audience over there, they seem to like it so far. We'll see how it goes, and what we all think of it here in a little while. It's got a little bit more going on than the other one did. But anyways, we're going to see how this works out. I just don't know. I honestly don't know right now what's working, what's not. So basically, I'm going to run this for a little while. I would normally be trying to want to get to this guitar and take it apart. I'm just not sure really how to film that on the phone. It doesn't seem like that's film friendly with a telephone. So we'll see how that goes. Not sure. Again, don't even know if this one's actually working, if it's live. Looks like we got 3 people. So maybe it is. If it is working, any of you 3 that are out there watching, give me a thumbs up just so I know that you can hear me. Is there audio tonight? Can anybody hear what I'm saying? Let's see. Apparently there's no chat going on. Oh, there's a thumbs up. So there you go. We can hear it. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys that have Randy and Jesus, I don't have glasses on, but can you guys hear me at all? Hopefully you can. I don't know if this new board's working or not. So cool. Right on. Good deal. It's working. So anyways, I don't know, man, if I could really try to film swapping this pickup out with a telephone, Christ, like I had it figured out with a camera. Anyways, I didn't really have that one figured out either. I'm like 2/3 of the way there, dude. So, anyhow, you know what? Let's just break some stuff out and I'll show you what I got. So, pardon me, good gravy. Professional as always. What I've got here is a Fishman pickup made for an acoustic guitar. The Fender that I'm talking about has a Fishman in it already. So anyways, this one. So I like to buy things off of eBay and other places like that. So I'm relatively certain that, given the price I paid for this, that this is purely stolen IP. But we're going to put it in anyways, So it's a Fishman. You guys can dig on it. Got a little more going on than the one I'm taking out. I believe this is a 301, and I'm replacing a 101. So we're going to go that route. We're going to go ahead and get it stuck in. So hopefully you guys are digging it. It's going to be kind of hard on a phone. I'm not real sure how I'm going to make this one work out, but we'll give her a shot. Yeah, I mean, I got a table and stuff like that. I guess I can just kind of figure out how to aim the phone and so you guys can see it. I don't know how well the sound is going to pick up at all. I'll try to keep the mic near me so you guys could hear what I'm up to. Not real sure. I don't know. What do you guys think that are watching? There's 4 of you out there. Do you want me to try and do this live, or would you rather I try and film it and record it and give you something better than a crappy live version? You want a recorded version of this one, so I can take a half hour or whatever and lay shit out and get the cameras right and everything? Let me know. But otherwise, that was kind of my gear thing for the night. But you know what? I got another one because yeah, here you go. Kind of gear, kind of not. So, as I've said in videos past, I have been using Musician to help myself along, learn, improve, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. So I ran into an issue with it not wanting to calibrate sound. And 2 tablets and my old telephone. Now, all of these, as I've just said, I buy a lot of eBay stuff. So all of these are Yumi Digi brand, bought off of eBay. It's unlocked, open phones and tablets. Anyhow, all 3 of them have stopped calibrating the sound. Everything else works, but it won't calibrate sound, no matter how. Whether you're using Bluetooth headphones, if I've got it running through a Spark 2, the built-in speaker, whatever, it just won't calibrate. None of those 3 devices. Like my current telephone, my new telephone, the one I'm filming this on, it will calibrate on that, and on a PC, it doesn't even ask to calibrate. So I'm not sure what the story is with that. Anyway, point of this being kind of gear related and a thing is, so I sent an email to him and said, hey man, I paid for this and it's worked great for a year and I'm thrilled. What's the story? Can we get something going on? And it's been a little more than a week, close to a week now, I guess, and have gotten virtually nothing from them. So, is that Musician specific that they have crappy customer service, or is that kind of everywhere? It's everywhere. I mean, hey man, I've been in customer service and I've dropped the ball a few times here and there. Everybody does, but I mean, I don't know. I was pretty detailed in my emails about what is not happening and on which specific devices it's not happening on. And I get these emails back that are like, did you even read what I sent you? Did you even read the email that I sent you? Because the hell is this? There's nothing here that's helpful to me. Nothing at all. So there's the gear related story time. So I guess, yeah, let me move the table around, kind of get the mic out of the way. We'll bust the guitar out. Let's check it out first. All right, give you guys a shot of what I'm dealing with here. So this is a Fender acoustic, electric over acoustic, cutaway, blah, blah. CF140SCE natural. So there you go. Standard Fender cutaway electric acoustic guitar. Needs a pickup. Why does it need a pickup? Let's talk about that part. So I bought this, again, eBay. Kind of beat up, got some marks on it, got some spots. It's seen some fun. Hasn't been mashed on stage, but it's seen some fun, and maybe not the most lovingly handled guitar out there, but I paid virtually nothing. I didn't realize when I bought it that the pickup was junk. Yes, I will be back. Randy, we do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I try to do livers every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Come check us out, dude. They're all just as bad. Hopefully we get a little better at them. Thanks for subscribing, dude. Have a good evening. So anyhow, this pickup, I didn't know that it didn't work when I bought the guitar. When I got it, it was mashed in. Put a battery in it, and you get nothing. It just ain't no good. So I've never changed a complete pickup. I've never changed a complete pickup in a guitar. We're gonna give it a shot though. Why not? As I said in one of the videos, I think last week, I had to do a little work on the bass, the Fender acoustic bass. It's right behind me. It's pretty easy, and I figured out that yeah, I can get my hand all the way to the bottom of that thing, and therefore we could do it. So uh, we're gonna go and get this one taken apart and get it going here. Yeah, I can fit my hand all the way down to the bottom, so let's go for it. I mean, it can't be that hard. The pickup that's in here, I've kind of looked around and seen the pickup that's in here. The mic, shit, kicking over the drink, man. The mic on this pickup is just wrapped around the pickup. It's not put under the strings, under the bridge, or anything like that. It is wrapped around the pickup, man. So we're gonna see if maybe I can't do something a little gooder with that. I don't know if I can do no gooder, but we're gonna try. All right, so I'm gonna hop up and kind of dance around here a little bit, get the table set, kind of where you guys will be able to see it. Um, and I'll try to talk as close into the microphone. I'll holler nice and loud so you guys might be able to hear it, and we'll get hammering. So, Junior, thanks for joining us, man. Good to see you. Right on. Here we go. Let's get to it. Probably got to ditch the headphones. I don't think that's going to work. Guitar. All right, there you go. So this is the Fender guitar in question. There's picture, there's shot. This is what it looks like. There's the Fishman that's in it. You can see it is like mashed in. See how that's all smashed in there like that? So I'm sure that's part of the reason that it doesn't work really at all. It made a little bit of noise one time, but I'm going to yank her out. We're going to start all over. This one has brand new Martin strings in it, so I don't want to lose the strings. I'm not going to change the strings. We're just going to loosen these things up, and we'll reach in there and see what we can get. So, all right, here we go. I'll try to figure out a little bit better shot for the camera while I'm at it, and we'll get going. And I'll just try to talk to the mic while I'm at it and keep you guys appraised of what's happening here. Trying to see what's happening. Start taking strings. Toolkit. Let's do this real quick since it's a gear episode. Toolkit. Guitar Center. Doesn't cost too much. Got just about everything in there. Not that I didn't own tools beforehand, but this is a nice little package and they're guitar specific. This neck support, different, is not in that package. Had to buy that separate. Also Guitar Center. Boy, if you can get to one of those, it's a great store. I highly recommend them. Anyway, neck support. Not going to do on this one since the neck's out there floating in midair. But what I do want is the winder. All right, so we're going to yank the strings off and we'll get rolling. Not the easiest thing in the world to do this on a little tiny table. But as you guys well know, we are a wildly professional operation around here. Well, let's see. There we go. Strings out of the way. So you can see I just loosened up the strings, and that should give me enough room to get down in there. Well, that's a little dirty, wasn't it? But anyhow, there's enough. I can get a hand all the way down the bottom, start taking this apart, and we'll get these guts changed. Let's get the bottom out. All right, and there we go. One part. Looks like, feels like. Maybe there is something there. Believe that may be the ground wire. So let's go ahead and pull as much out of there as we can. Open this thing up. See what we can really get. So we're going to pull this out. There's 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll lift out. That'll give us a little room to see what's really going on in there, and really, I guess, make a determination as to whether or not this is going to work tonight, or if I've just wasted 20 minutes of everybody's time with our vast, vast audience tonight. All right. Anybody, you guys out there watching, ever tried this? Horror stories you want to tell about that I can pass along to the crowd while we do this? I don't know. I could tell you some stories about stuff going wrong while I was working on it, that's for sure. Good gravy. All right. See, you go to those other channels, those professional channels. Those guys would do this and they would edit it. You wouldn't see all the fun. You wouldn't hear all the extra noises. Probably be better. Probably be a little more interesting and obviously more well prepared than my show. But hey, that's the charm, right? A guy who has no clue how to make a TV show, but I'm still going to keep trying. How's everybody doing? Got some new viewers. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. All right. Let's get the pickup out and see what we can see underneath. Okay, so indeed, there's one wire in there. That looks like this setup is a bit different than what was in there. So the battery box is what was broken on this one initially. And that you can see is part of the deal. It's a thing. It's an issue that needs to be dealt with. Just trying to see. There's really nothing. See It looks like let me get a flashlight. Included in the guitar toolkit, a little flashlight. Well, it looks like this is some sort of a ground wire. So we're going to take a chance, try something out, see if it works. And we'll find out here in the next few minutes because I seriously just don't know. These chords. So kind of the same, kind of not. Looks like this line right here, this black line here, is basically the one that goes to the microphone, and it looks like this one is fished up and in to the guitar. I'm not really 100% sure how to deal with that, so we're going to find out. I'm going to take some more things out, see what we see. Maybe we can figure this out together. New plan. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull the pins out. And we will just replace the strings here in a minute. Not replace them, but we'll just put them back. We'll reuse these strings. I don't know how wise this decision is, but it is a decision that we're going to make because I'll need to see what's going on. And, you know, like a lot of things in the world, if I learn the hard way and have to go buy another set of strings, that's what we'll do. I can't imagine that this is going to ruin a set of strings. But we'll see. So, pulling the pins out. I'm going to pocket these because otherwise I'll probably lose them like a dumbass. Try to. All right. One more. Okay. Strings are out. Gotcha. Okay. We can make this happen. Got it. I see what's going on. I see how this works. I was wrong. It is in the correct spot. So we're going to pull that out. So just so everybody can see, for those of you like me who have never done this before, once you get the strings loose and the pegs pulled, take this little bridge piece out. Try to remember which way you took it out. Because see, they got these crazy little weird spots. There's two spots that are different than the others remember what side those were on, obviously, so that you put it back together the way it was. Once you do that, under that little wooden bridge, there is the wire in question that I was checking. So this is the microphone. And I was wrong. There was a different thing wrapped around this. So now we have removed the pickup. It's pretty simple. Wildly simple. Wildly. So this is the piece that sticks out the back of the guitar where you plug it in. So it just runs down to the bottom. And this is the microphone. So you can see what we got to replace it with. We're going to replace it with this one. This is what came out. Hopefully you guys can get a look at that, and the lights are kind of working out in your favor. I'm trying to turn it so you can. Here's the one we're putting back in. So it looks like this is going to be pretty straightforward. Here we go. We're going to give it a shot. Reinstallation. Throwing stuff everywhere. All right, so there's a bunch of pieces on here that are going to need to be used. You got washers, all kinds of extra stuff here so we can set the depth of this. And I think that we'll stick about where it was. And then the strap button, it's also got like a little collar that goes around it for a strap button. Yeah. So you got somewhere to park a strap. Okay. All right, and we got plenty. This thing is super long. They give you quite a bit of cord, quite a bit of cable to get this done. And if you really wanted, you can unplug. So if you take a look, you can unplug this one. It's an idiot-proof plug. You can unplug it and plug it back in. I'm going to leave it. It does come out, unplugs and plugs. I'll show you on the other one. So yeah, these plugs will come out just like that. You can unplug it, put it back together, as you're working on it. But I think it's got plenty, so we're just going to try to put it together as is. All right. Well, okay. So that part's in. I'm not going to screw it down yet. We're going to leave that for a minute. And so you can see it's in. There it is sitting in the guitar. So now the only thing that we really need to do is get it wired up. So here we go with that part. Obviously not much you can see with that. I'm going to start with the input jack. We'll start with the input jack and we'll get this put in first in the back of the guitar. Well, that obviously wasn't what we wanted, was it? Okay, so we're going to try this another time. This time, all right, so one thing to keep in mind when you're doing this, bottom of that guitar is thicker than just like the eighth of an inch that you think. There's a piece of reinforcement there. So you got to make sure that your tail is long enough to get through that. Okay, so I've got the input jack in the bottom of the guitar, and it's as long as I can make it right now. I think that should be enough. I've got enough tail I can still hold it. Yeah, I think that'll work. Now let's get it secured. Okay, there we go. Now, I would suggest that you, if you're doing this yourself at home, make sure that when you're tightening this up, you don't just let it spin inside the guitar and destroy your wires. You need to hold the input jack steady while you're doing that. So, uh, There we go. All right, so we have the input jack in place. There you go. New input jack. You can see it. It's there, and we have the finishing piece here in just a second. I'll put that on last after I tighten everything up and actually finish up the job. All right. Now, we have the mic wire to contend with. So, again, that's this copper wire. You kind of see it in the video. It's kind of hard to see it. This wire here goes up and under here, and it ends up in this little area right there. So we got to go through it on one side and fish it up and bend it over and park it right under our bridge. And that picks up the vibrations and then turns it into music. So let me get this going. I'm probably going to have to concentrate on that and stop talking to you guys for just a second here. All right, and there you go. As you can see, we got it. And our mic is now in place on the bridge. Now, the little white piece that I reminded you to remember which side those little knockouts were on goes back right on top of that and holds that in place. And that boom, bang, there you go. Now, that is in place. It's going to have to be set in place, obviously that's going to take a little bit of time for it to like grow, kind of grow into that spot. What I'm doing here is kind of looking, because there is a hanger in there for these wires. So I'm going to see if I can't figure out how to get these wires into that hanger. So let me look at that for just a second. We're going to live without that for now. I have a hanger that came with this one also. Now, when I say hanger, it's a lot like the one that just came out of this guitar in my hand. It's a little package, zip tie and a sticky back thing. Put it wherever and hold your wires in place. So we'll probably do that for now. I'm not going to be too worried. Let's just get this in and put a battery in it and see if we actually have done the job or not. Let's find out. Here we go. I said, that's going to have to be held in with the strings to keep its position. But we'll replace the 4 screws that we took out, hold it in, and then we'll get a battery in it, and we'll get some strings on, get strings back on, get a battery in it, and we'll check it out. So it kind of worked out a little, well, so far it's worked out a little better than I thought maybe, but see if we can finish off strong here, huh? And as I said, I chose this guitar specifically because it was already kind of beat up. That way, when I get in here to do this kind of stuff, if I tear stuff up, I tear stuff up. Not the worst thing ever. It's not a huge monetary loss. It's not like I'm doing this to a $10,000 Martin or something. So far, so good. It seems like the first two screws that I put back hit their original holes. So, it looks like this thing's lining up correctly. All right. Hey. Throwing stuff around, man. Oh, good Lord. All right. Well, so we see how well this is working out. Try to finish her off strong, he says. Like you'd want it easy or something. All right. Probably should have put glasses on, as an old man that I'm getting to be. I've gotten to where I need reading glasses. They're only one power, I'm only at 1.0, but still, I had to buy those things by bulk a couple of different times. It just makes you feel like an old man buying 10 packs of reading glasses. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. All right. That is the fourth and final screw going in. And then we're going to stick a battery in it. We're going to make sure everything lights up, things happen before put strings back on. I have to reach back down in there and do something. All right. Well, it's mounted. It's in. Looks like it grew there, I mean, hey, look at that. Looks like it was meant to be there. So yeah, it looks, at least visually, we've done okay. Now, let's find about the good stuff. Find out if we actually did this right or not. battery in the box, and we'll see what we got. All right, battery in. If I push the tuner button, lights light up, things flash. So, okay, well, I mean, knobs turn, but until, whoa, hey. So it heard my voice, and it was trying to tune my voice. So, okay, looks like we got a good start. Let's go ahead and replace this bridge piece and get strings in. Then we'll plug it in, see what we got. See if this worked for us. Hey, there's the right part of the mic. So yeah, we're getting some lights. Let's kind of polish this off, get some strings back on there, and then we'll test it out. All right. Here we go. We're working on it. All right. I don't know if you guys can really see that on camera, how I'm doing these strings, just in case you've never tried to put strings on an acoustic. Yeah, kind of point that down. Maybe you guys can see it a little better. So what I'm going to do here is just put these on an acoustic guitar. The strings go into pegs, if you don't know. So this is the end of the string. There we go. So you can see the eyelet on the end of the string. Now I have these pegs I took out earlier. You saw me taking these pegs out earlier. So basically, you just kind of use that peg to push the string down, and there's a notch in the peg. String goes in, and you shove it all down in that little hole. I didn't know that when I got an acoustic for the first time and had to put strings on it. I had to kind of teach myself that part. And I mean, for that matter, I've pretty well taught myself everything I know about working on guitars, changing guitars, fixing guitars. I've learned it all on my own. Never took any classes or anything about it. Spent the majority of my life working on broken down stuff, mechanical stuff, farm equipment, heavy equipment, cars, trucks. So, I mean, a guitar's pretty simple if that's what your life has been. But still, point is, I had to learn it myself, and you don't want to destroy one of your favorite toys, so you move slow and learn correctly. All right. Strings are down and in. We need to tighten everything up, and we will tune up. Now, I know this guitar also is going to need a little neck adjustment. We're going to do that as well, but let's get the strings a little bit closer to tight. I want to have some kind of tension on there when we do the neck adjustment. It just seems to me like that's probably a better idea to have some amount of tension on the neck when you try to adjust it, so that you know what you're actually dealing with. I don't know. If you guys have a different thought, let me know. All right, so you guys can see what we're doing here is just putting strings on. Not necessarily tuning it right now to that, just trying to get strings on and half mostly tight, and then we'll tune it up in here in just a minute. All right, so we're nowhere near in tune, but we're back together. Let's take a look at the neck. Actually, the neck doesn't look too bad. I think we're going to leave the neck be on this one for now. It's a little out, but it's a little out of whack, but I can live with it. So we'll see. Let's just get this in tune, and we'll plug it in and see what we got. How did this work out for us tonight? Yeah, so we are definitely going to have to do some neck work. That side is completely screwed up. All right. Well, it sounds like we're pretty close to in tune. Little buzzy when I'm talking. Yeah, I still got to figure all that out. And I think some of it's because I'm too far away from the mic, and I'm not talking right into the diaphragm of the mic. All right. All right. Well, I think we're just about there. Let's we get a mellow tuner on this to kind of see if the built-in tuner is actually correct or not. Try to figure that one out. So a couple more minutes, and we'll give this one a test. You guys can't see, I'm way off camera now, but I'm just tightening up input. Making sure that the input's good and tight and we don't lose it. Okay. All right, well, now let's plug it in and see if we get anything at all. First, I'm going to put a regular tuner on it. Get our trusty table out of the way there and give this a shot. Sit back down. All right. Let's see where we are, what we're going to get. right, there you go. It's making noise. Plays like a guitar. Now, let's find out if we can plug it in and get anything out of it plugged in through the monitor here. Let's find out. As always, this is a professionally run operation, so we're completely prepared beginning to end. The phone doesn't move while you're filming. Everything's rock solid. Well, I hear some noise. All right, well, it seems like they all work. Okay, so I'm going to turn the mic off so you guys can hear that actually it's not the mic picking up the sound, that actually is the guitar. So, can you guys hear that? Anybody watching, give me a thumbs up. Can you hear it? Tell me in the comments. Can you hear the guitar? When the mic is off. I'm turning the mic off right now. The mic goes off. Well, I think it worked. I think that was successful. I got one more idea. I got a bunch of crap in the way. Anyway, I think it worked. It went in. The screws went in. I'm hearing it through my headphones, through my mixing board, which tells me that it's working, and that we were successful. And I can hear things change when I start changing settings on the actual pickup. So that was a successful one, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll get something recorded with this one so you can hear it play. Yeah, definitely appreciate you guys coming to check us out here on the channel. We'll keep working on these. We'll keep getting these gear episodes dialed in, zeroed in. I'll be a little more prepared next time. Maybe we'll try to get 2 camera angles. I'm going to try to figure out how to get streaming on Rumble and YouTube both at the same time. I know there's just a plugin that I need to get. I was having some OBS problems today. That's why we're doing this on the phone. And not in the normal manner with the computer and the focus right and all that. So we'll kind of keep zeroing in. I mean, if these phone episodes work, it's certainly easier, man. That's for sure. Just turn it on, and as long as you guys are hearing it through the board, seems like the studio audience likes it. They're having a good time. They were interested in this one, I know. It was barn burner of an episode, man. Yeah, I totally get it. So anyway, thanks for coming around, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming and watching the videos, checking us out, giving us an opportunity to make you laugh. Maybe you learned something, maybe figured something out you didn't know. Hopefully you did. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it here at the High Desert Music Channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave us comments, let us know what you think, good, bad, or otherwise. We'd love to hear it. All that stuff really helps the channel. Thumbs up, subscriptions, likes, all that stuff does us wonders. So we really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for checking us out. And I got some covers recorded. I'm going to get them up tomorrow. You know, they'll probably come out. They'll probably be released, premiered mid-afternoon, early evening. So yeah, we'll get you handled. Get some new stuff. Try to get some more stuff maybe recorded tonight or in the morning as well, and really start trying to put some effort into the channel to make this a little better, a little more focus on it, and give you guys more stuff, more opportunity to laugh and point. All right, guys, thanks for watching High Desert Music Channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave us some comments, send us an email, highdesertmusicchannel@gmail.com. That's all one word, all lowercase. I check it a few times a day. Let me know if there's something specific you want to see, if you got information that I might want to use on G10 mixer boards, OBS software, an Akai MPK Mini. Any of that stuff. If you got knowledge, man, I could use it. Thanks for watching. Keep checking us out. We'll keep doing dumb shit for you. Thanks, guys. See you later.